Hi everybody. Today I've got my 2 Secret Lairs that just arrived in the mail, and I thought I would do an unboxing video for y'all. I already did part of the unboxing because I didn't want to dox myself by showing the package with my address on it, but otherwise these have not been touched. So I've got my Shahrazad playmat, some dusty inner sleeves, and the Party Hard Shred Harder metal themed Secret Lair, as well as the Artist Series Seb McKinnon Secret Lair. So we're going to start with this one, Seb McKinnon. The packaging on these is always really, really nice. That's definitely one thing I enjoy about opening them. You know, you're buying a collectible, and so you kind of want to feel fancy when you crack it open. So you pull the tab, open this. Inside is the Secret Lair box with this tissue on it. I guess to prevent, this box is like a nice matte material with the gold foiling Secret Lair logo and then the name of the lair on this side. I guess they don't want to like scuff the matte material, so they wrap it up in this tissue paper. And it opens like this. So Seb McKinnon, probably one of the most famous artists working on magic right now. He has kind of an impressionistic style. People eat that up. And he released they got him to specially make art for the cards in this Secret Lair. But, I like his art. There are some pretty useful cards in here, so I figured I would pick it up, because it's cards that I probably would have ended up purchasing anyhow. I'll talk more about them as we reach them. They're blocked by this plastic thing. It's kind of hard to open up. There you go. And you can see they're hiding some goodies down at the bottom for us. But this is what you are told you're going to get. They're in a clear pack wrapper. Pull that open. Guess I'll keep all the trash in one place. I actually hold on to these boxes. They are really nice for storing cards in. So, the first card we've got is Swamp. Let's focus in on that. Really, So they tell a story. So if you go to Seb McKinnon's Twitter, he has some more information about it. But this shows a knight wandering through, a swamp. The next card is Sower of Temptation, and it has a poem associated with it that's spread across the remainder of the cards. So this is a card that I would have probably purchased anyhow for one of my EDH decks. But it has the flavor text, Moth to my light, cease resistance, hand over the reins to your mind. All deeds once committed, repaid now in kind. Tempest ends and water stills, gently reinventing the shape of all things. So, the story, as far as it was explained to me, is that this knight is walking through the swamp and he's committed some sins in his past. The Sower of Temptations, this fairy, comes to him and offers some absolution. So cease resistance, hand over the reins to your mind. I'll take those worries away from you, but you're going to be controlled by me. He sees a vision of damnation. Definitely a chase card. It's nice that they included it in the Secret Lair. And it's getting another reprint in Time Spiral Remastered. But this one has amazing, Hieronymus Bosch-esque art. Tempest ends and water stills, gently reinventing the shape of all things. So the tempest of his mind has been healed, and you can see that he's actually transformed into a tree. So, absolved of his sins, but living forever under a transformation. Enchanted Evening, not a card I have a use for off the top of my head, but I'm sure there is one. Let's sleeve these up and then let's look at the bonus goodies in the bottom here. Just going to scooch a little closer. The sticky sound that these sleeves make is really nice. Can you hear that? Alright, let's see what else they've got in store for us. This is a bonus swamp. Well, can't complain about that. 2 swamps is better than 1. Let's see. It looks completely identical to the other swamp. It's not foil or anything. Oh wait, it is different. The composition's totally the same, but you can see that the tree on the left is way more blotchy, the night is more detailed, and there's some other like small differences. So I guess this is an alternate art swamp. That's kind of cool that there's 2 that look really similar. Nice. What a treat. I don't think I have any decks that use only 2 swamps, but I'm sure they're out there. And let's take this part out as well. And close this up. I keep these all to reuse for sure. Alright, so that's 1 down. Let's just stash it over here. And get this trash out of here. Now let's take a look at the Party Hard Shred Harder, which is the opposite tone to the Seb McKinnon, like very somber, impressionistic, and poetic cards contained in that one. This one is themed after metal art, and it was released around the release of Kaldheim, which has metal-themed showcase cards. So, pretty much got the same stuff in it. I won't rip the tissue this time. No, I guess I have to because it's taped. Never mind. I'm a big fan of tissue paper sounds, to be honest. Maybe I'll make a tissue paper smoothing video. So this looks the same on the top as the other one. And on the side it says Party Hard Shred Harder. And when we open it up, you can get a sense for what these cards are going to look like. They have a really different style. For one, they're completely borderless. Not even the black border, which I think is an amazing part of the look. And they all have custom lettering, so to give it that metal look, which I think is really amazing. They're all also in a transparent plastic sleeve wrapper, which we will gently tear open. Struggling because my nails are a bit short right now. Alright, so the first card, let's get the focus. Come on. The first card is Anguished Unmaking. It's an instant, just a very versatile answer. It can exile any non-land permanent, and in this art you can see angel wings and Avacyn's Moonsilver Spear, which is an homage to the original card art, which is one of my favorite card arts, to be honest, and it shows Sorin putting down Avacyn after she becomes corrupted by Emrakul. A really cool moment in the story. I'm a big Avacyn fan, and I like all angels in general. Next up we've got Assassin's Trophy. Turn your opponent's permanents into mush. Or into plants, I guess. See, this one, it's really interesting how they, well, I guess the mana symbols are in the center under the name on both of these, but you can actually, if you look closely, you can actually see that the skull is different between them. It's a pretty nice touch. These are really, like, high quality. Assassin's Trophy, another great catch-all answer. Decimate, another really useful answer. I guess metal and destroying things go hand in hand, huh? Dreadbore, probably my favorite of the arts, although it's a little dark. Another one that destroys stuff. You can see the Rakdos flavor here. It's kind of like a murdery looking jester clown. And then finally Thraxamundar, the card that has by far the most text. So it's kind of amazing they were able to fit it all on here. It's a 7 mana legendary creature zombie assassin, 6/6 haste. When it attacks, defending player sacrifices a creature. And whenever a player sacrifices a creature, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Thraxamundar. Honestly, a pretty weak card. Not even good for commander unless, you know, I'm sure people do play him as their commander because he's badass. But, you know, Thraxamundar, it really sounds like the actual real name of a metal band, so I can understand why they would include him. And that's everything. So let's sleeve these up, and then let's look at this bonus goodie in here. I'll just stack them all up. They'll get mixed together in my collection anyhow. I don't keep these to, like, display together as a set or anything. They either go into my decks or into my binder. Generally, I don't buy a Secret Lair unless I have homes for 2 or more of the cards, so keeping them together isn't really the point. Although if you collect to the art, I can totally understand and respect that. The art is a huge part of why I play, for sure. Nice, let's see what they've got for us in here. It's the stained glass foil planeswalker. So this is something they've been including in several of the Secret Lairs. So I have like a Sorin and an Ajani from War of the Spark, maybe in this style. And here's Angrath, Captain of Chaos. Not really a playable card in any format, but the stained glass, let me take it out of the wrapper. The stained glass foil, not actually translucent, because, you know, it's tournament legal, but just the art style looks really amazing. I don't know if people are aware of the story behind these. They showed the stained glass arts in a trailer for War of the Spark, and people actually thought that they were going to be cards in the set using that style, but it turns out it was just like kind of a filter or a modification that they had applied to the art of the Planeswalkers already in the set, and people were so disappointed that they decided to actually produce them, and they started sending them out with the very first round of Secret Lairs, and I guess they're still doing it. Obviously they don't tell you what your like bonus content is going to be, but yeah, Angrath, interesting guy. So maybe we'll give one, well, the sleeves make it a little hard to see, but we'll give one last show off. Vaxamundar, Dreadbore, Decimate, Assassin's Trophy, Anguished Unmaking, Swamp, Different Swamp, Sower of Temptation, Damnation, and Enchanted Evening. Alright, thanks for opening these up with me tonight, and I hope I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and, go ahead and leave a like or a comment, or even subscribe if you feel so inclined. I only update when I feel like I have something worth making a video about, so if you subscribe, it's kind of a low commitment, since I'm not going to be on your feed every day, every week, or probably even every month, to be honest. Alright, have a good night, everybody.